So the good news today is we're gonna get our one pig back from the processor, and then we're gonna compare the pig that we just processed ourselves versus the processor and show you guys what that looks like. I would say this batch of pigs, this was Elvira's second litter of pigs. Our first ones are the ones that we're just butchering now. I would say these guys look bigger than what those first batch looked like. Probably because they were the first ones. I mean, at this time, I feel like these guys should be bigger than what those ones are. Well, this time next year, we're gonna find that out. Hey, pig. We got some apple scraps, apple bacon. So now we have two meat pigs left. One of them we're doing freezer camp, graduating next week. The other one the week after that. We have some more pumpkin scraps in here. We're gonna spread the love to everybody. Hey, over. Hey, over. I got you. Leaky baby. Even Zeke needs some love. It's so weird not having the chickens around and just having the little pigs. It makes me get antsy to get more animals. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. We want to focus on some other things first. Well, we got to get through these workshops that we're doing. Those take a lot of our time, but I don't know, you never know. The year's not over yet. We just processed 2 of our Kune pasture-raised pigs, organic fed, and this is what we processed on our farm, which is all in this cooler. So today we're gonna compare the two. We're gonna compare this pork that we did, and then we're gonna compare pork that I just picked up at the processor. Oh. This pork is what we butchered at the class, our workshop. Mostly it's in plastic, vacuum sealed, but we also package it up like a present. Keep in mind a Kune pig is a lard pig, so they're gonna have a lot of fat, and that is what makes them most tasty.
This is the pork belly. This is the pork belly. These are pork bellies.
And this is our pig that we took to the processor. We got our own labels, and it's certified, guys. Our farm is certified Appalachian grown.
That's all the fat. The rest is all ground.
So the pig that we took to the processor was smaller than the pig we did here. So with the hanging weight, it's the pig gutted, no head, It's 115. That's the processor pig, 115. The pig that we processed here was a hanging of 132. For the processing pig, we are putting everything in there on the website. That's a pig that we are selling. So that one we chose to do the whole pig in grind to see how much grind we get back. We initially wanted a variety of grind, you know, different flavors, but because it was so small, they couldn't do so many flavors, which they basically can only do 2, which we got just plain grind and we got chorizo. On this half of the table is the processor pig. On this half is what we did here. 2 separate pigs. You know, this one, we didn't grind so much. We pieced it all out. You know, we have pork chops, hams, pork steaks, roasts, stuff like that. Plus the belly, the bacon is on this side. We didn't get any bacon on the processor pig.
9, 10. So that was right. They said about 9 pounds, probably plus some. 9 pounds of ground. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
So for the processor pig with the all grind, you're looking, it's about half and half as far as how many pounds we got of the grind versus how many pounds of the fat, which is like 38 pounds and 38 pounds about. This is the pig that we processed here on our farm. This total weight was 100 pounds. All the fat and all the meat, 100 pounds.
And I bet you this probably weighs less because something like this might have the bone in it. You know?
Yeah, there's some bones over here
Yeah.
on this, our processed pig that we did. These ones we didn't keep any bones.
And then you said this was a smaller pig anyway.
So altogether it's like 175 pounds of meat for 2 Kune pigs, meat and fat.
Which we will use the fat. None of this here is going to waste. So this is just as useful to us as the meat because we use this for cooking. We're gonna try to make some soaps. I mean, this is just gonna be so useful to us.
So for the one pig that we processed here, we got 4 of these bellies. This is gonna be bacon. And then the chorizo pork seasoning that we did use is no sugar. It's just really just plain ingredients. The ground pork is just ground pork. So because it's a lard pig, there was a lot of leftover fat here. So this is the leaf lard. This stuff is good for baking pastries. It's kind of nice just to kind of see the difference because not everyone can process their own pig, or you want to process your own pig. You have to really want to do that.
It's kind of hard because we're not comparing apples to apples.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all ground, and then these are cuts, and they weren't the same size pig, but they were both Kunes.
Yeah, just to kind of compare the two. I mean, yeah, they're not the same exact size, and they're the different cuts. Like, we only got, with our pig that we processed, we only got like five ground packages.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7?
7.
Which is not a whole lot. But
we did get pork chops.
we did get pork chops, yeah.
And we got,
Roasts.
yeah, we got ham and we've got bacon. So, I mean, we've got different cuts, but
I mean, I would say, how many Kunes to one,
Peter?
just a bigger pig? I guess it depends sizes, but I would say at least 2 or 3 Kunes
2 Kune
to one pig.
Yeah. But this is so much fat that you wouldn't
Yeah.
get this much fat on a feeder pig.
No.
So I prize the fat. I really enjoy cooking with it, and it kind of helps cut the cost in other areas of like grocery shopping. I don't ever have to buy so much cooking oils because we just use the fat.
I mean, this is superior to butter,
Yeah, you could
olive
use it in
oil,
places.
like way better than that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when a recipe calls for fat, I mean, this is what we use. So this is the fat rendered down. So this is this particular jar is the back fat, which is this here. So something like this, and I'll just render it down into lard. And then this is it's shelf stable. We like to keep it in the freezer, but it's shelf stable. And then we'll just pull out one of these jars that you can get like so many jars out of like a package like this, like maybe 3 or 4 jars. And this will last a really long time in the refrigerator, and I'll just take out a scoop and cook with it. And so this actually doesn't have a porky smell to it. Maybe a slight one, just because of the way I render it is very low and slow. But it's great for cooking.
The good news is that we have 2 more Kune pigs out there that we need to process. One of them's for another workshop, and then the other one, I'm debating of just doing it here ourselves for us, or taking it back to the processors so we can sell more of the meat. But it really depends on if anyone buys this meat. Because just because you grow it and raise it doesn't mean anyone's gonna buy it. But we're gonna find out.